Good afternoon and welcome. I'm Dr. Klaus-Dieter Rosade, Executive Dean for the Faculty of Wellbeing, Education and Language Studies, and by the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this congregation open for the conferment of degrees and the presentation of graduates. I'm delighted to welcome to today's ceremony our graduates, your family and friends, guests, and our special guests and key supporters of the university. And a special welcome to our honorary graduate, Lord Simon Woolley. We are delighted to be able to honor you today. The last years have been a challenging time for our students and the whole OU community. Yet there's so much that has been achieved, and you're certainly all evidence of that. And so many acts of kindness that have helped see us all through. Each year, the Open University awards a range of qualifications that you've all worked hard for, from certificates of higher education to doctorates. For more than 50 years, the Open University has been presenting graduates for their qualifications at ceremonies like this one today. For my colleagues, and certainly for me, these ceremonies are highlights of our year because we're celebrating your success. The ceremonies are held throughout England, as well as in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland. You're graduating from the largest university in Europe with an extraordinary scale, scope, and reach. That success is down to what our graduates achieve, and not just the qualification you're presented for today, but the difference that you will make with it. Today is a very important occasion in the life of you, our graduates, your families, and loved ones, as well as the university and my colleagues who I hope you will feel have nurtured and supported you throughout your studies. Now, you could be forgiven for thinking that the occasion is so important that it needs to be solemn. Would be quite wrong. In every sense, this is a day of celebration. So I'd be very disappointed if anyone that crosses the stage today, that crosses it to anything less than a thunderous applause, or whatever way you choose to express yourself, your gratitude to our graduates, your enthusiasm and support. With that in mind, could I ask all of today's graduates who are able to do so, please stand. Family, friends, and Open University colleagues, let's start today's ceremony by giving all our amazing graduates a huge round of applause. This cathedral that's wonderful how this just carries all the way through the nave. This cathedral is a wonderful place for reflection and contemplation. And you may feel that your applause has to be somewhat tempered to match the location. That is not necessary. On a scale of 1 to 10, your applause was about 4, perhaps 5. Family and friends, let's show our graduates what an 8 or a 9 sounds like. Please give them another huge round of applause. Graduates, you can sit down again. There's one more way you can show your appreciation to your graduate who is here today. If you post messages or photos on social media, be sure to use the hashtag #OUFamily to share your congratulations and celebrations with the wider OU community. Today's ceremony will begin with the presentation of those graduates who have gained higher degrees and first degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering, and Bachelor of Laws. They will be presented by Mr. Nicholas McCart, Service Delivery Director, Markhams. We will then see the awarding of the honorary degree of Doctor of the University to Lord Simon Woolley. Professor Shanil Bhagwat, Head of School, Social Sciences and Global Studies from the Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, will present Lord Woolley, who will sign the honorary graduate's book and make a reply. Then we'll continue our presentation of graduates with those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, validated degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education. I will conclude the ceremony with a final address to the graduates. I now call upon Mr. Nicholas McCart to present the graduates.
Executive Dean, I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to attend here today. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, I present to you for a thesis entitled The Role of the Parkinson's Disease-Related Protein LRRK2 in Autophagy and Calcium Signaling in Cellular Models, Sonia Azega. And for a thesis entitled Investigation into the Choroid Plexus Molecular Mechanisms Underlying Idiopathic Intracranial Hypertension, Esther Baisoli. And for a thesis entitled Exploring Extended Radio Galaxies with LOFAR, Bonnie Barkus. And for a thesis entitled Ozone Variations Due to Heterogeneous Chemistry in the Martian Atmosphere, Megan Brown. And for a thesis entitled Spanish Language Teachers' Mediation Practices in Higher Education, Isabel Cobo Palacios. And for a thesis entitled Neurobiological and Behavioral Studies of Individual Variation in Cue-Evoked Motivation Across Rodents and Humans, Morgaine Colum. And for a thesis entitled Building Bridges Towards Self-Regulation, the Goal-Setting Behavior of Adult Language Learners in MOOCs, Barbara Conde Gaffaro. And for a thesis entitled An Experimental and Numerical Assessment of Ejected Martian Biosignatures Impacting Phobos, Zoe Mulland. And for a thesis entitled Deciphering the Complex Alteration Recorded in Primitive Asteroids, Ross Finley. And for a thesis entitled Main Belt Asteroid Shapes from Super WASP Photometry, Jonathan Grice. And for a thesis entitled The Identity Trajectories of Older Academics, Workplace Affordances and Individual Subjectivities, Margoshata Ovanyak-Thompson. And for a thesis entitled Hierarchical Triple Stars as Astrophysical Contaminants in Planetary Transit Surveys, Oleg Kozora. And for a thesis entitled Cooperation and Young Children's Use of Mobile Touchscreen Technology, Pinsuda Srisantasuk. And for a thesis entitled The Use of Social Media Platforms for Foreign Language Learning in Adult and Community Education, Demetrius Foyerges. I present to you for the degree of Master of Arts in Art History, Michael Clark. Claire Preston. Lauren Strock. For the degree of Master of Arts in Childhood and Youth Studies, I present Hazel Ibohun. Lisa Funnell. Gemma Markham. Claudette Moses. For the degree of Master of Arts in Classical Studies, I present Seema Borgata. Peter Collins. Paul Delasugnan. John Hart. Kim Laverno. Heather McNulty. For the degree of Master of Arts in Creative Writing, I present Sharon Elliott. Camilla Carolite. Francis Woods. For the degree of Master of Arts in Crime and Justice, I present Parminder Gill. For the degree of Master of Arts in Education, I present Tabassum Arisha Javid Aslam. For the degree of Master of Arts in English, I present Daniel Clark. Lynn Neves. Claire Knott. Jack Spence. For the degree of Master of Arts Open, I present Richard Peat. For the degree of Master of Arts in Philosophy, I present Kelly Muleman. For the degree of Master of Arts in Translation, I present Charlotte Granger. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, I present Graham Cook. Yim Fun Lu. Elizabeth Kelly. For the degree of Master of Business Administration Leadership Practice, I present Gail Payton. For the degree of Master of Business Administration Technology Management, I present Thomas Cusick. James Simpson. Congratulations. For the degree of Master of Education, I present John Bale. John Licorice. Adam Pittman. For the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Management, I present Keely Everett Hill. For the degree of Master of Science in Forensic Psychological Studies, I present Angela Dunkley. Charlie Halshaw. Yasmin Ransom. For the degree of Master of Science Human Resources Management, I present Alison Edwards. Yvette Fetchke-Karist. Marie Thomas. Executive Dean, I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Engineering, and Bachelor of Law degrees, and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. I present for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Joseph Avery. Fauzia Ahmed Shoba. Amy Allen. Lorraine Allen. Carly Baker. Joseph Baldwin. Samantha Barrett. Rachel Bennett. Eleanor Bird. Olivia Blackamore. Jacob Bouya. Susan Bretherton. Marie Brewis. Natalie Bunyan. Rebecca Birmingham. Jamie Caller. Kay Cantel. Nicola Carlin. Sherry Clayton. Maria Cox. Morgan Croxford. Lucy Devereaux Cook. Elena Dobre. Christella Dyer Brennan. Anna Eglin. Okay. Congratulations. Craig Fox. Khadijah Francis. Kerry Gardner. Laura Gibbon. Bethany Gillett. Joe Graham. Joanna Greenland. Nicholas Harrison. Patience Heath. Robert Howlett. Bethany Hughes. Janssens. Kaspars Janssens. Douglas Jones. Hoi Yin Lauterveld. Gemma Longmore. Julian Lowe. Aluna May. Sophia Maywood. Cindy Swamagchiza. Letitia Mesa Muniz. Sarah Moore. Rebecca Morton. Barry Moss. Charlotte Neal. Any relation? Jane Neal. Alexia Norman. Josephine O'Shea. David Pemberton. Amber Plenty. Cheryl Pittman. Amanda Rawlings. Karen Salt. Diane Spencer. Gillian Twizzell. Katie Venables. Victoria White. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts and a foundation degree, I present Janet Atkinson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts and a Diploma of Higher Education, I present Laura Beth Field. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts, on behalf of the late William Dewar, I present his father, Greg Dewar. For a validated degree of Bachelor of the Arts, I present Shani Kaur. For the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, I present Jack Diper. Ricky Huggins. Jack Jones. Clive Perkins. Owen Reeder. Andrei Savelyev. And for the degree of Bachelor of Laws, I present Catherine Curl. Mateo Pez Pedret. Melissa Andrews. Luke Green. Ellen Noak. And Sophie Ran.
Executive Dean, colleagues, graduates, guests. Lord Simon Woolley is an activist and campaigner who has devoted his life to tackling racial inequality in British politics and society. Simon was adopted at the age of 2 and grew up on a council estate in Leicester. He left school with a few qualifications and worked as a car mechanic, earning more on the side as a ticket tout, before a successful early career in sales. Simon returned to studying with an access to education course in East London. He then went to Middlesex University to study politics and Spanish, including a year abroad in Colombia and Costa Rica, before attending Queen Mary University of London, where he earned a master's degree in Hispanic literature. Simon's first involvement in politics was with Charter 88, a pressure group campaigning for constitutional reform. This led to him co-founding Operation Black Vote, a campaign designed to engage ethnic minority voters in the political process. With 18 months to go until the 1997 general election, activists identified more than 50 seats where the number of Black and Asian voters could swing the seat, and 50 more where there was the potential to make a significant difference. Simon served as director of Operation Black Vote for 25 years. Under his leadership, the organization had a transformative influence on British politics in terms of voter engagement, policy priorities, and political representation. The number of ethnic minority MPs has increased to 65, and people of color have held all the offices of the state, including, of course, Prime Minister. It remains a non-partisan organization aiming to ensure that all political parties work to win over the votes of Black and minority ethnic communities. Simon was a long-standing commissioner for the Equality and Human Rights Commission, working to improve the political representation of Black and ethnic minority people, particularly women, and on youth engagement. In 2018, he was appointed by Theresa May to create and lead the government's Race Disparity Unit, which works to collect, analyze, and publish data on racial inequality across public services. In 2019, he received a knighthood for services to race equality and was also appointed to the House of Lords, where he sits as a crossbencher. He's a consistent fixture on the Black Power list, recognizing the most influential people of African or Caribbean heritage in Britain. Simon is passionately committed to the importance of education. He helped establish the Pathway to Success Leadership Program, a collaboration between Operation Black Vote, the House of Commons, and the University of Oxford, providing mentoring and training for aspiring leaders from Black and minority ethnic communities. In 2021, he was appointed principal of Homerton College, Cambridge, the first Black man to head an Oxbridge college. At the Open University, we share Simon's unswerving commitment to promoting equality, inclusion, and justice. It is therefore a privilege to honor his remarkable contribution to British politics and public life. Executive Dean, by the authority of the Senate, I present to you for the honorary degree of Doctor of the University, Lord Simon Woolley.
Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. What a wonderful honor. And what a wonderful space to receive such an honor. I first want to thank the Open University. I love your mission. I love your passion for education, for inclusive education. I particularly want to thank my friend Tevin Tobin, who Tevin, give the audience a wave. Give them a wave. An unsung hero for equality. So, here we are, the 1st of June, 2024, in this spectacular, holy cathedral. But today, the Open University have transformed this space to another cathedral. What I can see today is a cathedral of diversity, a cathedral of dynamism, a cathedral of hope. You graduates are that hope. And when I saw you take your degrees, I hope you realize today that that's your superpower. To be empowered by that. I spent much of my life, early life at least, not feeling like I belonged. I felt I was smart, but not bright academically. I left school without an O-level. Too often I felt less than. But education, even as a mature student, gave me a pathway. A pathway to find out who I could be, who I was. I traveled to Latin America, Colombia, Guatemala, Ecuador. Ahora habla español, y bastante bien. And with language, and with that self-belief, which is really important, I felt that I could change the world. I felt that I could use all my energy, all my passion, not just for me, but to serve others, to tackle injustice, to confront inequality, to shake up the system to allow us in. Because when we're in and when we excel, everybody wins. Young and old, black and white, north and south. I know the Open University want the graduates today not just to be celebrated. Oh my gosh. Oh, good heavens, you are so celebrated. But we want more than that. We want you to use your superpower to go through that big door at the back there, to go out in this often troubled, challenged world, and to use your superpower to transform our society, to give those young men and women hope that things will be better. You will know, like I know, that it's not always where you start from, but where you go. And even more importantly, how you go. We want you to go with a good heart, with a mission and a desire to do extraordinary things. Can I thank you all? Can I thank the Open University. Can I thank the graduates? Can I get you to stand up, please, if you can, and show me your superpower? This one, let me show you. Stand up and show me your superpower. Your superpower. You remember, when you go out that door, you remember your secret superpower to do, my gosh, extraordinary things. Anybody doubts you, you tell them, Simon says. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me share your extraordinary day.
Executive Dean, continuing the presentation of graduates, I shall now present those who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees, foundation degrees, and diplomas of higher education and have been able to attend here today. The full subject details are printed in the insert within the ceremony programme. I present, for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Daisy Ash. Christopher Ashford. Valerie Bain. Lauren Beckett. Keith Bennett. Aman Burke. Cassandra Reed. Martin Burrows. Emma Chambers. Tony Chambers. Sean Chatty. Megan Clough. Chris Coyden. Jeanette Crawford-Thompson. Gregory Elliott. Claire Fletcher. Sharon Fuchs. Jacqueline Garrick. Julie Gear. Catherine Gunn. Kenny Harvey. Amy Hastings. Kerry Hathaway. Emily Hodges. Emma Louise Hodgetts. Victoria House. Martin Howe. Damon Hudson. Nicolette Hughes. James Kenny. Hazel Kent. Peter Kramer. Piotr Kozowski. Yanis Kuba. Christina Liddell. Yuriko Leon Verde. James Lloyd. Mark McAllister. Caroline McHarg. Rebecca Murray Record. James Nelson. Rita Patchett. Stephanie Perry. Ksenia Fojo. Congratulations, you made it. Holly Powell. Leanne Seeley. Richard Sullivan. Steve Turner. Charlotte Tweed. Zoe Atting. Jessica Wildman. Fiona Williams. Lloyd Wyatt. And for a Bachelor of Science and a Foundation degree, I present George Trudgill. For the degree of Bachelor of Science and a Diploma of Higher Education, I present Elizabeth Matthews. Well done. For a Foundation degree, I present Sheridan Bell. Kim Woodhouse. And for the Diploma of Higher Education, I present Karen Bowes. Rachel Johnson. Emma Knight. Carrie Littlefield. Neil Sutherland. Alexandra Westhorpe.
As an Executive Dean of the Open University, I could not be prouder of what you, our graduates, have achieved, often against the odds with your work, family, and other commitments, and sometimes many other challenges in your lives. I see you go on to make important contributions to society. I believe that you're the most amazing body of graduates anywhere in the world today. You've believed in yourselves, and we believed in you, all of us. Your dedicated associate lecturers and advisors, the expert academics who write your courses, the designers and technologists who bring them to life, and all the professional services that make the OU what it is, second to none. And now you've shown what that belief can achieve. I know it will have often been tough, juggling study and deadlines with many other demands. No wonder employers tell us that what they like about OU graduates is that you're determined and driven. But you know, I've been told that there's one thing that's harder than being an OU student, and that's living with one. When the Open University started back in 1969, our pioneer students and staff really were taking a step into the unknown, putting their faith in a university that was using new methods of teaching and would be open to everyone. Many thought the OU would fail, but instead, it is now one of the most successful universities in the world, with over 200 million people who have studied with us. That's not just a university, that's a social movement. And you are part of that movement. It's you, our students, who make the OU what it is. But we also owe a huge debt of gratitude to the vision of the university founders. Foremost among them was Jenny Lee, to whom Prime Minister Harold Wilson gave the job of setting up the university. A woman whose own journey from a Scottish mining community to Minister of State shaped in no small measure what the OU is today. Jenny Lee believed that the OU had to be a university for everyone, regardless of background, gender, or ethnicity. And it would do that while maintaining the highest academic standards. You, our graduates, have achieved those high standards of scholarship and professional practice that she was determined we'd maintain, while opening up that opportunity to more people than ever before. She was determined too that we would be a respected research university, making discoveries, inventing new products, enabling us to understand each other better and to live together peacefully and without endangering the planet. Curiosity is what drives us, and I'm so glad that you chose to join the most human of adventures to learn and live, as it says in the university crest. Completion of your qualification means you join a community of Open University alumni around the world. You can continue to keep up with news across Access Career Advice, or come back to study. You are still a member of the OU family. As you leave today, I hope you'll become an ambassador for the Open University and all we stand for, our values for social and environmental justice, our commitment to inclusion and diversity, and above all, our mission to be open to people, places, methods, and ideas. Do share your experience with others. Let them know what your journey has meant to you and what it could mean to them. We are hugely proud of you and thankful to everyone who supported you through your journey. Would all of today's graduates please stand, if you can? And may I ask the assembly guests and my colleagues here to congratulate these amazing individuals one more time with thunderous noise and applause. The proceedings of this degree ceremony have been completed, and I now declare this meeting of congregation closed. Would all of you who are able to please stand?